Hello my scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So I started this layout by gutting my sheet of paper. It is a 1 inch thick border and I cut my 12 by 12 white paper to an 11 by 11 piece of white paper. And now I am going to stick that together to give a nice spotty border to my full 12 by 12 size. I then also spent some time stitching around the 2 by 2 grids or squares that came on the paper. I cut all of those 2 by 2 squares out and I made a separate layout using the 2 by 2 squares. And then I am making this layout using the 2 by 2 squares and I just had about 3 left over. So I fussy cut the kind of embellishment piece out of the center and I'll use that on a layout in the future. So I've stitched all the way around the edge with my sewing machine just with a black running stitch, and I sticky taped the little flyaway edges down on the back. I am now adding my ATG glue and just laying everything out to try and get things a bit centered. Now, if I was going to do this layout again, I would push the pieces even closer together and have more white space around the border, like the main border. What I've done here is I've kind of spaced them out equally, which is cool, which is cute. But yeah, if I was going to do this again, I would have the grid pattern pushed in closer together. So a tighter grid, a smaller square in the center of the page, and a larger amount of white space around the edge. But in the end, this works out really cute and it looks great. Now, I chose to use this side of the paper, which is black and white love hearts, because it worked really, really well with the photos that I'm using. The photos that I'm using are of Tom's kinder graduation. So he is wearing the cute little black robes that you wear for a graduation. So I really loved the idea of keeping that background color really simple with the black and white. And I loved that it was love hearts because in the close-up photos, or maybe now you can, but when you can see his little face in the photo on the far right, I have never seen a kid so excited in my life. He is so proud of himself and just so excited to be graduating from kinder, which means he's going to be going to primary school, and I've never seen a kid just so happy. So I really wanted that love, that excitement, that joy to be part of this page. So the spotty colors around the border was like the celebration, the love hearts for the love and the excitement, and yeah, just so many feelings. So I pulled these 2 frames, the other frame is still on the cutting mat, out of my stash. They are pink fresh frames. I've got a little bin that I've literally written use it up on the front of. And so every now and then I remember to grab 1 or 2 things out of there. Am I using it up? Sure. Is it going to take me my entire life? Absolutely. But I have popped 2 frames onto this layout, so that's a win. Sorry about my head. I realized that because I have the photos up on foam, I really needed to cut some of the frame away, because when I sat the photo on the foam on top of the frame, it's a lot of foot sounds, it would not sit flat. So I just had to come in there later and cut away the little chunk of frame that's getting covered by the photos. I then have this super cute little hat. The kids were given a gift box. That's the hat is the lid of the gift box, and inside the box were just some little lollies. So I threw the box part away, but I knew I had to utilize this hat and get it onto the page. Honestly, it's just a square of black, but because of the tassel, it's so cute. So again, I'm just pulling out some floral clusters here and just sticking those on. I love the pre-made floral clusters. It just takes all the work away. I do make my own little cluster of florals to the right-hand side of the photo in just a second, but it just takes me so long. Like the amount of time it takes to just stick a cluster that's already made on the page compared to the amount of time it takes for me to lay all the flowers out and just get them quite right. Oh my gosh. I love the pre-made clusters. Like, look at me. And I'm so particular about the colors and, I can't use that color because the purple frame is right there, so I don't want a purple one. And, I don't want that bright pink because the leaves are bright pink. And, all of that decision making is taken away from you when they already have pre-made floral clusters. So I love them. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to use this as the title, So Much Happiness, because, his little face. So I just stick that off screen. I do find the italicized font a little bit tricky to stick down straight. So I did do that off screen because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and it took me a little bit of time. And now I'm just going to throw on a splatter of flowers with that idea of them like falling, I guess, just kind of being thrown on there. I had a couple pulled aside, but I want more. So I'm looking through all those florals over on the left-hand side to find those single and little flowers, and I'll just pick some of those to add onto the page. I don't need the whole lot, I just need a couple more, and I'm particular about the colour, so I'm having a look through those. And then, of course, I need to pop those up on foam. And then once I do that, I believe this layout is finished. I think it'll just be finishing touches after that. I am going to pull out the enamel dots. I haven't used those yet, so I am going to pull those out. They came with sequins as well. I do use the sequins, but I use those on an exclusive that I share with Kitaholic Kits subscribers. They don't make it onto any of my live layouts. So I have officially used a little bit of everything that came in the kit this month, which I'm very excited about. There are some months when I don't touch a specific item because the kits are so full that I don't even need everything. But for this month, I just use a little touch of absolutely everything. Gold splatters. These are my Jen Hatfield gold splatters. And then I pull out the Nouveau Mist that came in the kit. This is the fuchsia, and I'm just going to add a little bit of that on. And these are my close-up photos. Definitely check out that cute little face on the right-hand side. Seriously, so happy. So this is a bit of a grid layout, but a little bit of a different spin by having the grid be the background and the pattern, and the photos are stacked on top, which I really love the look of. So thank you so much for sticking around and watching this process video. I have had so much fun with you, and I cannot wait to see you all soon. Bye.